Yes, Swapnil.
So basically, how and when did you start your journey at GoComet? So can you help us on that topic?
Okay, so hi. First of all, I will introduce myself. I am Apoorv. I'm working as a product solution expert at GoComet currently. And it has been 5.5 years now working in GoComet. So 5 years back, I got to know about GoComet from LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, it was opening for customer success manager at that point, and I was looking for a switch in my job because I was working at a startup earlier also. And for 2 years, I worked at a startup, and then I was searching for a new opportunity. And then I stumbled upon like GoComet and customer success manager, which I was looking forward to. So that is where I applied via LinkedIn. And then I got a call from Gautam, who is the CEO of the company, as the first round of interview. So I was a bit surprised. I was not sure like how many people are there in the company at that point in time, because it was also a year-old company, GoComet at that point. And it was a it was I would say it was a very surprising thing for me that I'm getting a call from the CEO of the company directly. But then I understood that uh, like what the company does and how they have started the company. So I was really excited about my role and what I'm going to do in the company. But that is how my journey started at GoComet, right? And yeah, that was how I got to know about GoComet.
Thank you, Apur. Can you help us understand about how the hiring process experience was for you?
Yeah, as I partly covered that in my earlier answer, it was similar to like as a surprise, first of all, like the CEO calling me for the first round itself, and not someone from the HR. So he talked to me about like what I am currently doing, what is my future goals and everything, and it was an aptitude round per se, very critical answers, tough questions at that point in time. And then there was a second round with the operations head, and then again with Gotham. So yeah, the interviews here at GoComet are like very critical, but I would say not exactly tough, but what we require is what we understand after we get hired, like at GoComet, because the role that I was hired to was a customer success manager. So it was understanding customer better, right? So complete hiring process was focused upon how will I address any customer, any scenarios, right, that I can face in the future, and what will be my stance as an employee of GoComet, right? So that was being observed, and it is when we are in the process of interview, we don't understand like why such specific questions are being asked and what exactly is being checked. But once we actually join the company, the organization, right, we understand after we do our daily tasks, and this is where like we have been tested earlier, right? Like, okay, the answers were that we provide, and that is why we are hired. So that is nothing but it is getting used in our day-to-day activity. And when I joined, it was like there were 15 people in the company, 15, 16 people in the company. I worked directly and closely with the founders, right? So it was a great learning experience for me as well. And that is how like we were hands-on and on every other aspect in the company to grow the company at when I joined, because it was 1.5-year-old company at that point. And here we are, like 6 years later, we are somewhere around 170, 180 people in our organization. So really proud moment for me for being the one of the early ones, and I've seen the growth of the company. So yeah, that is my overall experience, I would say, after hiring even in the company. Yeah.
Thank you, Apur, for sharing your experience regarding the hiring process. How has been your experience with GoComet till now? If you can share that with us.
Okay, so uh, Yeah, it is a very wonderful, exciting, amazing experience with GoComet till date. Uh, as I talked about, like I've been here since more than 5 years now. So I've seen the complete growth of the company, worked with the founders, worked with new hires as well, worked with freshers, experienced people that we were interacting with, worked with many different companies because as GoComet, we cater to larger organizations, right, who are MNCs, Fortune 500s, right? And getting to know, let's say, anyone from such company is really a great experience to have interaction with them, to talk to them. So we learn a lot when we interact with such like such people who are working in huge organizations, right? So that is what I would say was a really great thing working throughout in GoComet because our core team, right, who are like our four founders, uh, along with me, there are a couple of more colleagues I have who are also as similar, like with the same experience I have in GoComet, right? So working with them, they are great minds. They like always think about the company, how we have to grow as a software as a service, right? And in which fields we can actually explore. So that like to explore more into details, into depth of about the industry is what I really like about GoComet. And that has been my experience, like constantly keep on learning, constantly keep on growing within the organization because the pace here is very important. At GoComet, we work in high pace environment, I would say. So if you learn quickly, if you grasp quickly, you will surely grow in the organization. And that is what I've learned. That is what I've seen in other companies as well who are our clients, right? So when we understand from them what is in the industry, if we implement it quickly, right, and if we have that first movers advantage, then and like that is where we capture the market. So similarly in our career as well, if we learn quickly, right, any task, any I would say uh, any kind of a what it is called uh, the skill, any skill that we learn quickly. So if we learn that and we master that in our career also, we are going a step ahead. So that is what GoComet has taught me till now. And as I mentioned, I'm constantly learning, interacting with the core team members as well as new members who are hired, trying to understand new things from them and upskilling myself. So that is a great opportunity GoComet has given me always.
Thank you for sharing your experience with me, Apur. It was quite insightful. What do you think about the culture at GoComet?
Culture at GoComet is very open, I would say. Like it is a horizontal uh, structure that we have. There are no verticals. You can reach out to anyone anytime. It is not that like there's nothing to be shy about or nothing to worry about. Like if you want to talk to me, and if you are not in my team, let's say, or not even in my uh, uh, operations team as a whole, but still you can reach out to me, you can ask me questions. So this is the culture that we have built. It is not that hierarchy, you have to go via it and all the things. You can talk to anyone. uh, there is always a growth opportunity, like I mentioned, right? If you find something else interesting, right, we always give a chance. We encourage people to even shift departments in GoComet. Like, let's say you like marketing more than operations or customer facing role. We give you an opportunity to work on projects in marketing, and you can find interest in that. If you are willing to go forward in that aspect itself, you can shift teams as well. So this kind of a culture is what we build. A open culture, I would say, right? At GoComet, you will always get, and that is what is very important for any organization to grow. Because if you cannot openly tell your managers or maybe your colleagues that what you're happy about or what you're unhappy about, right? Then it is a problem. Then you won't feel comfortable talking to anyone in your team, right? So making you feel comfortable, making you feel okay, you are with the team, you're in a company, right, who is heading towards a goal. But if you feel anything which is not correct, or let's say if you're unhappy about and you don't open up about it, then it is a problem for us as an organization. So that is the culture we have always built within. You can talk to anyone, you can raise your concerns, right? And it will be surely addressed and answered. And not only by your reporting manager or your colleagues, but if it is raised to anyone and on the founder level part of it, it will again surely be answered and will be addressed. So that is kind of a culture that we have at GoComet. Yeah.
That's great. One final question. What do you have to say about the growth opportunities overall in GoComet?
Overall growth opportunities, you will always get some or the other opportunity at GoComet, keeping you, or I would say making you a step up than 1 year older version of yourself. So I've grown from customer success manager to key account manager, team lead, and now into product solutioning, right? So wherever we find, okay, we have to have a particular skill set. If you have that, you'll get an opportunity here at GoComet, right? And we always encourage growth of our own people, right? In GoComet. So, and as I mentioned, inter-team opportunities we always give. If you if you find that you are great in marketing, you're great in sales, but you're an operations team, you want to go to sales, we also encourage that. So that is again a growth opportunity for you, right? So you'll get ample of opportunities here. It is just that you should have that willingness to explore it. That is very important.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Apoorv. I guess we can conclude the interview. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.